Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Enterprise Co-op Program Information Session. My name is Esteban, and I'm the undergraduate advisor for the Enterprise Co-op Program. Me, together with Wayne Chang, lecturer and coordinator of the Enterprise Co-op Program, run this program, which is part of the Conrad School of Entrepreneurship and Business, and we belong in the Faculty of Engineering. That being said, the Enterprise Co-op program is not open to only engineer students. As you can see in the graph in this slide, we're open to all faculties. Yes, 50% of the people usually come from the Faculty of Engineering, but as you can see, there's representation for the other faculties on campus as well. So, a general overview of the Enterprise Co-op program is that students will be working full time for 4 months on their own startup, on their own project, and will be getting co-op credit for it. So instead of going to a company as a normal co-op student, you will be working on your own business and getting the exact same work credit for doing so. So students will be developing their early stage startup and learning fundamentals elements of business models and business plans, market sectors, and building new products or services. The work environment requires the students to develop communications and presentation skills facing customers and end users, adapt dynamically to short-term challenges in schedules from outside conditions, and then identify and act on new business opportunities. Three key attributes of eCoop students that we're looking for the program is that you're self-managing and self-directing. You clearly know how to organize daily, weekly, or monthly work plans and deadlines. That being said, we are not going to be there micromanaging you. You come up with a plan. You demonstrate to us that you will be working at least 35 hours a week on your startup. And as long as you can self-manage and self-direct your co-op term, you should be good to go. Furthermore, we'll look for people that are open to advice and coaching. Um, Hopefully, throughout the term, you ask for constructive criticism and feedback from advisors, mentors, and peers. Now, this feedback should be processed to help you build your enterprise. So, what do I mean by processed? You should evaluate. Of course, you shouldn't be taking every single piece of feedback that people tell you. You should trust the research that you've done. If you talk to customers, they're the only ones that can tell you exactly what you need to build. But of course, you should be open to this advice and coaching and always take into consideration all the advice that the key people in this program will be giving you. Finally, the Make Your Manager schedule. That's Paul Graham's blog, who's the founder of the Y Combinator. So basically, the idea behind it is to have a scheduled time block separately from maker and manager activities. This includes attending events that are high value for professional business development, and this will be a key attribute for a dynamic equilibrium, resilience, and productivity. So basically, what it means is that you shouldn't be spending all your day or the entire 4 months building something. Keep in mind that for this term, you're actually building a startup, you're building a business. So you should be looking into making something, yes, building a product, building a service, but on the other hand, you have to make sure that you're also pursuing the business opportunities, which means that you should have a manager, a schedule set up somehow where you're going to be like answering emails, where you're going to be like taking meetings, where you're going to be like working on your business plan. A recommendation will be something like 9 to 12 p.m. In the morning. You should be working on the maker schedule, so like building your platform, building the product that you're trying to build, and then from 1 p.m. to like 5 p.m. You would be working on like business meeting emails and stuff like that. This is just a tool to help you be more productive. So most of the startups that come into the eCo program are in the development stage. So what does this mean? Basically, customer discovery. At the beginning, when you start a business, you're gonna have a business model canvas. We're gonna be making a lot of assumptions in the different sections of the business model canvas, as you can see in the section below. You can be making assumptions about like what your value proposition is, what are your customer relationships going to be like, who are your customer segments, so who's going to be buying this product. But the only way that you can make sure that this is right is to actually go and test the hypothesis. And then when testing the hypothesis, you can either be successful in testing it, which means that you can proceed, or on the other hand, it will require a pivot. And that's what like the graph is showing you there. So the process that you need to follow is basically state your hypothesis. Then you're going to try to test. So, what's the participation required? Ignition week is the first week of the spring term 2020. In this case, this might be shifted to the week of May 11th. As you all know, the spring terms are starting a little later. Usually, we require the students to be in person in Waterloo for the first week, but of course, at this time, we're using we're going to be using an online form of this ignition week, so that means that you'll still be required to attend all the training, but it'll be just in an online mode. This applies to everyone unless you're in your second term of an e-co-op term. So all the people that are redoing their e-co-op term, they are not required to attend the training week again. In that training week, there's a lot of exciting things happening. First of all, the e-launch awards, which are $5,000 each, usually happens on Monday of the ignition week. You're all required to attend and present. That's a 5-minute presentation. And there are 5 awards at the beginning of the term. This is open to all people that haven't yet won this award in previous e-co-op terms. So it's a great opportunity to like get your business up to speed and getting some funds to survive for the term. Finally, the end of term presentation is usually the 14th or 15th week of the term, and it's required again for all of you to attend and present, and it's a 5-minute presentation. The work term progress requirements. So you're required to do a term's goals and action plan template. The version 1 will be done at the end of ignition week, so that will be on the Friday of week 1. You're also required to complete a Udacity online course on how to build a startup. And then you have a monthly work plan on a PESR table, which I'll be talking a little further in the next slide. The term goals and action plans template basically speaks by its name. What you have to do is set goals and an action plan like for the term. And again, you will most likely be iterating on different versions of this template. Finally, you have the 1 and 15 report, which is basically you will be reporting every 1st and 15th of every month. You'll be cross-referencing it with your term goals and action plan, and you will be reviewing this with your mentors and advisors. The main goal of the 1 and 15 progress reports is to basically come up with a plan for 15 days, know exactly what you're going to be doing for those days, and then at the end of the 15 days, you'll be reflecting upon it. What are the main challenges that you faced? What are the main lessons that you learned? And then you're going to be coming up with another 15-day plan, and that's the way that we can like keep track on like where you're at with your business. So the problem is this actually something that people are struggling with? Will they be paying money for you to solve the problem that they have? If yes, then you're able to proceed to the next step, which will be testing the solution. After you know that the problem is a problem and people are willing to pay for this to solve this problem, then you can go and build a solution. Then you go and test the solution, and then after testing the solution with customers, you're able to pivot or proceed. So as you can see, there's a lot of like feedback loops here, which is part of the of the lean model. So basically you're trying to like come up with like things as fast as you can and try to get feedback as fast as you can from your customers, just to make sure that you're building stuff that they will actually buy, and then don't spend like a full year building something that no one's interested in buying. Then in terms of customer validation, you'll be getting ready to sell. You'll be like selling, of course, to like the early adopters. And then you're going to be developing your positioning, exactly where in that market do you fit, and then again pivot or proceed. You're always testing hypotheses and always trying to gather information from your customers to see how you can improve your product. That being said, with all this hypotheses tested, this should be going back into your business model canvas mentioned before. So your business model canvas is not something that you do once and then you're done with it. It's something that you should actually be keeping track and making changes to it. So you'll see like all the different iterations that you have throughout the term and hopefully throughout your the life of your startup, right? So that's what like the graph below shows: Canvas 1, Canvas 2, Canvas 3, and they all change due to like the iterations over time.